Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about my Holy Grail drugstore makeup. Basically this video is going to be about my sort of go-to drugstore products that I would use if I was going to do my makeup on a daily basis or, you know, for any reason at all. These are the drugstore products that I would choose over all of my other drugstore products for, you know, doing my makeup for that day. So if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you do down below and we'll jump on in and get started. So I'm going to try and do these sort of in the order of which I would do my face. There is a couple of products that I don't have, but that's just because I mostly use the high-end products for those particular things. That'll be like eyebrow gels and stuff like that. I only really have high-end stuff that I've tried. I do really need to try some more drugstore stuff, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, so let's jump on in and we'll start with some primer. So the first Holy Grail primer that I would choose from the drugstore is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is really hydrating and moisturizing for a matte, like for a mattifying primer. I do think this keeps me matte for longer. And yeah, it definitely hydrates as well and makes your skin feel really nice in those like drier areas. So this is a really good one for, you know, combo skin if you've got a little bit of dryness, and also if you're really oily as well. But yeah, definitely my go-to primer from the drugstore. Next up I've got the NYX Pore Filler. So this is very similar to like the Benefit Professional, except like half the price. So does the same thing, it's really good, and it's half the price. I love this. It definitely helps to get rid of the like enlarged pores on my face. And yeah, I really like this. I only have one Holy Grail go-to foundation. I have tried a lot of drugstore foundations. There's a few that I need to try, but this one just stands out to me for for the best coverage and the price. So this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Foundation. I don't think you can get this in stores in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you can get these online. The best place that I've found to get them is on Black Swallow Boutique because they have them for $15, and sometimes they do like their 20% off beauty sales and stuff like that, so you can get them even cheaper. But yeah, this is my favourite drugstore foundation, or affordable foundation. It's just the best. It's the best I've tried. This covers all of my redness, it's cheap, and it's long wearing. Can't say anything more about this, it's just the best. Would anybody be able to tell that I've been wearing this makeup for like 9 hours? Okay, moving on to concealer. There is two concealers from the drugstore that I really like. First up we've got the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is very comparable to the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, but yeah, like I said, I think this one's a third of the price from the NARS. This is like $14, whereas NARS is like over $40. So this is definitely like a third of the price, and it does just as good of a job. I don't notice the creasing of this one really like soon. Like it takes a little bit for this one to get creasy. Like I said, it does get a little creasy, but it takes a while to get that way. But yeah, I really do like this. It blends out nicely. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's got good coverage. It's a really good concealer from the drugstore. Next up I've got the Maybelline Age Rewind. This has like been my go-to, like #1 go-to for years. This was like probably the first concealer I tried, other than, I don't think I've ever tried a concealer. I think this was literally the first concealer I ever tried, other than like one that I used to use from my mum. So yeah, this was my go-to ever since I first started using makeup, and it's just a really good one. This barely creases at all, and when it does, it takes a very long time to crease on me. This is very good coverage and it's so easy to blend out. It does have this little like cushiony tip on top, but I mean, who really uses that to actually apply it? I just like dab it on my face and then use my beauty sponge to like blend it out. But you know, you're not going to use that to actually like blend it out because that doesn't really work. But this is just, it's just a really good concealer from the drugstore. and I think this is $18 in Australia. It's not too high end, probably half the price of the NARS or half the price of like any kind of high end concealer, but it's really good for the price. And it will probably last you longer than those guys as well. Next up we've got face powder. Now I haven't really tried a lot of drugstore face powders because, I mean, in Australia we don't really have a lot of face powders, I think. Like, I really am interested to try the new Maybelline Fit Me, but we don't have that yet, and I don't know when we're going to get that. So, I mean, we only just got the Gigi Hadid and Maybelline collection, like, come on. I think it's going to be a while. Anyway, so the only one that I've really tried, but this is my absolute go-to, like sometimes I'll even choose this over my high-end powder, and this is the Coty Airspun powder. So I got this for $17 I think on Crush Cosmetics. That's the best place to get it if you're in Australia. And yeah, this is really good. The only thing I don't like about this powder is that it stinks, but apparently there is another one that doesn't have the scent to it. I need to find that one because this stinks so bad, but it's such a good powder. That's why I keep using it even though it stinks. The stink doesn't, like the smell doesn't like linger for too long. It kind of like stays there for a little bit and then it goes away, but it's just the initial smell. I just don't like it, but I love the powder. I need to find me the unscented version. Please find me the unscented version. If any of you know where to get the unscented version, please tell me down below because I need to know. I don't really use any like pressed face powders. I used to use the MAC Studio Fix powder, but I kind of haven't used a like pressed powder in a long time, so I might actually have to start using them again or trying them and stuff like that, you know. Alright, so moving on to bronzer, I have two that I really like. One is the like drugstore version, and one of them is kind of like the affordable drugstore, can be bought in Sephora, if that makes sense. So first of all, we've got the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. And this one is really, really nice. I prefer this for like my more fair skin days because this is the lightest bronzer that they have. In Australia, I don't think you can get the darker one. I do know that they are coming out with more colours as well, which is really, really good. But yeah, I do really like this. This blends out really nicely. It's a really good colour if you're really fair. And yeah, it's a good one. I really like this. It took me a while to be able to actually find this though because it's always sold out. Always. Always. Next up, I've got the Bahama Mama Bronzer. So this is the more like affordable kind of drugstore, but can be bought in Sephora as well. So I actually got this from Target. This is $27, so it's a bit more on the higher side of like drugstore affordable, but it's definitely cheaper than like a higher end one. This one is a really good colour. I can use this when I'm fair, I can use this when I've got my tan skin. This is really, really nice. You can build it up and it works for so many different skin tones. It blends out really nicely, and there's not really much else I can say except this is the one that I go to the most out of all of my bronzers, so I love him. Next up, we got blush. I don't really have any like singular I don't really have any singular blushes, but I do have a blush palette. Yeah, I do have a blush palette which is from Juvias Place. This is the Saharan 2, or the Saharan Blush Volume 2 I should say. I do have the Volume 1 as well, which is more for like deeper skin tones, but it's also, if you use a light hand, very nice on the light skin as well. So that looks like this. This is more of the affordable brand. It's not really a drugstore, like you can't find this in drugstores anyway. You can find this on Beauty Bay, or you can find this from Juvia's website as well, but this is more of the affordable kind. But I do really like these. These blend out really nicely and they've got such good pigment. You've got to be careful, like don't go in there with like a bam brush and like tap it in there a ton of times because no, honey, you're going to get it all over your face. You need to touch this like once and you've got enough pigment for your face. I do also like that it has like the more of the bronzy type blush. It's got some different tones and it's also got some like shimmery blushes as well. And for an affordable price, like this is really affordable. I love it. I do really love Juvias place as well for like their eyeshadows. They have some of the best eyeshadow palettes. Like, they have the best. I'm not going to go and grab all of them because like I pretty much have all of them. I'm just waiting on a couple of other ones. But they're my go-to like drugstore affordable eyeshadow palettes. If I could recommend any affordable eyeshadow palettes, then I would always recommend the Juvias place. They have such good colour payoff. They blend out so well. Their metallics are just like bam in your face. Like, they're so good. I can't speak badly of them. They're actually like the best eyeshadow palettes, especially for the price. So good. Moving on to highlight. So I do have another two here. Like, I found it really hard to just pick one out of a lot of these products. Like, it was just hard to pick one. So I have two. First up, and this is the Model's Own highlighter. This is the 01 Golden Sand. This does not look like it's golden. It kind of looks more on the peachy pinky side, but when you put this on the face, it's gold. This is just so reflective and so pretty on the face. This is my like absolute go-to drugstore highlighter now. I would even say that this might even top. I might actually say that this might just top my high-end Holy Grail highlighter. Maybe. It's really high up there. I really love this. It's so good. Next up, I've got the W7 Glowcomotion. This is $5, guys. $5. Doesn't look really anything special in the pan, but when it's on your face, it is blinding, and it is very good for the $5 price tag. Like, if you're looking for a really good highlighter that is not expensive at all, pick up one of these. W7, $5. This is really good. I think they also have a pinker color one. This is like the goldy one. I think they have a pink one as well, but I couldn't find that where I bought this from, so I might have to try and find that and purchase it because I want it. Right, just before we get onto the lips, I'm going to mention some of my eyebrow and eyeliner products. So I recently found this, well, my husband bought this for me for Christmas because he knew that I wanted to try it, and it had come out just in time for Christmas, and that was the Gigi Hadid Maybelline eyeliner. Now listen here. This, best eyeliner ever. Best eyeliner ever. This is just so creamy and so black. Like, you barely have to touch with this and you've got a black line. Like, you barely have to touch at all. I love this, and I'm going to go buy a ton more because this is literally the best black eyeliner that I've ever tried. I need to go get a nude one as well because I love this thing. Like, and if I ever lost this, God, it would be like a funeral. Come on. This is the best black eyeliner from the drugstore. If you don't have it or you haven't tried it, go try it. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. If I can recommend anything from Gigi Hadid's collection, that eyeliner. Everything else was overpriced and shit, or so I hear, because I'm not going to go purchase it if Tati says that it's crap. But this eyeliner, yes. Also a eyebrow product. So this is the NYX Eyebrow Powder. I have been using this for years. This is my go-to eyebrow powder. I mean, it is the only eyebrow powder that I've ever used, but this is my, like, I just can't not use this. I'm not going to go and spend like $50 getting another eyebrow powder that's like higher end just to try it and see if it's better, but I am going to be experimenting with some more eyebrow powders because I feel like I have used this for a long time. Like, I've been using this for like probably 5 years. And the same one too. Like, this doesn't run out. I love this. And finally, on to lip products. So I have a few lip products because it's really hard to, like, you know, not have heaps of lip products, because I find that lip products is the main thing that people have these days. Like, you look, it's either palettes and lip glosses, palettes and lipsticks, or like palettes, lipsticks and highlighters. Like, there's so many. Okay, let's just jump into it. So first up, for bullet lipsticks, These I found are the best bullet lipsticks that I have tried. These are the Milani, I think these are like these Statement Mattes. These are like the best bullet matte lipsticks that I've tried. Like, I do like all of my bullet lipsticks, but if I'm going to choose one, it's going to be the Milani ones. I think I pretty much choose these though because these are the matte lipsticks. All my other bullet lipsticks are like the glossy finish, but these are so good. These are really matte. When these are on your lips, and like these are literally like a liquid lipstick but comfortable. Like, these do not transfer. They stay there all day and they are more comfortable than a liquid lipstick. I really would recommend to anybody to get these if you're after the like matte liquid lipstick kind of look, but you don't want it to be dry and crumbly and gross, because that's what these are. These are like basically a matte liquid lipstick but in a tube. Like, you know, it's like this but it's like a liquid lipstick, and it is the best. I love these. I have like a ton of them and I'm gonna get more because I love them. Also, for like bullet kind of lipsticks, I do like the Colourpop Lippistics as well. These are the same kind of deal. They're obviously smaller, thinner. They are easy to get into like the small spots of your lips. These are cheaper as well. They do the same kind of thing. Only the Matte X though. The Matte X is super matte, not dry and crumbly, but they look like a liquid lipstick and they don't transfer. So I really do like the Matte X. The other ones are, you know, just like any other lipstick, but these and the Milani ones, top notch. They're the best ones to get. These are $6 US, you know, so probably like $8 Australian, I don't know. And these ones I think are about $15 Australian. So the Colourpop are a bit cheaper, but I think you get more out of the Milani, and they're both pretty much the same kind of formula, whereas they're nice and matte but they're not drying and they don't transfer. I love them. Moving on to a liquid satin lipstick, I found that the Colourpop Liquid Satin is a really nice liquid lipstick. This dries down and is very comfortable, but it does transfer. Whereas the Colourpop Lippie Stix, the Matte X formula, does dry down, doesn't transfer, and is comfortable. Whereas this is comfortable, but transfers and dries down to almost that matte kind of finish. So if you're after the matte kind of finish, but you know, you want it to be really comfortable and you're not really too worried about it transferring, then I would suggest getting the satins. They are my favourite formula from Colourpop if I'm after a liquid lipstick. The matte lipsticks are just too drying. I really did love them to start with. They were my first liquid lipstick that I ever tried. I bought like almost all of the shades at the time, so I've got a ton over in my drawer over there, but I just love the satins so much more. So much more. And these are $6 as well. I also have a liquid lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. So this is an actual liquid matte lipstick. So this is the Hydra Matte. This is also my favourite coloured lipstick that I own altogether. This is the nude. And this is the best nude for my skin that I've tried. And yeah, these are affordable as well. Gerard Cosmetics on their website often has like 50% off sales, or they have like sales where you can get like 3 for $20 or something like that. They are very affordable like in general, and then when they have their sales they're even more affordable. So I bought a ton, all of my Gerard Cosmetics stuff that I own, I bought all at once because they had a massive sale on it. It was like buy 3 for $20 or something like that, and yeah, I bought all of them at the same time. And when you purchase over $100, it's free shipping to Australia, so that's why I did it. But I really do love this lipstick formula. I found that this is my favourite matte formula from the drugstore. Yes, I was going to say maybe better than my high end, but I think my high end's slightly better than this one. But from the drugstore, this is my favourite, like top notch. This is the best colour though. Like out of all of my liquid lipsticks, if I'm going to choose any colour for like an everyday look, my go-to. I need to go purchase more of these because I don't ever want to run out like for my go-to like natural days. This is my go-to. I love it. Okay, Now on to gloss. I have two glosses as well. First one is from Gerard Cosmetics. These are their Supreme Lip Creams. These are really nice glosses. They're actually pretty pigmented as well. They're really shiny but not sticky. Yeah, and they have just your regular doe foot applicator. But yeah, as you can see, super pigmented. These are super pigmented, as you can see right there. Super pigmented, not sticky, super shiny and glossy. They're really good for the price as well. And like I said before, Gerard Cosmetics often has like sales on their website as well, like 3 for $20, whatever, and free shipping over $100 to Australia. So if you're interested in any of that, I would suggest go check that website out. If you go and get it on any Australian websites, they're probably going to be like $23 each. And you can probably get 3 for $20 on their website, so just saying. And last for glosses and lips, the NYX Butter Gloss. I was introduced to these like 2 months ago, and these have completely become like one of my favourite lip glosses out of all of my glosses. Aren't quite as pigmented as the Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses, but I find that if I want it to be more of like a topper or just like a light coverage for the day, then it's just perfect. The formula is nice as well. It's not sticky and it's really glossy, and I just really like them for the price. These are usually $10 Australian, but like sometimes Priceline has like their 50% off sales or their 40% off sales, so they're really cheap and they're really good. And yeah, I love them. And last of all, the final item that I have to share with you today is a setting spray, and this is the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day. This is my go-to affordable setting spray. It's just the best. This works pretty much the same as the Urban Decay All Nighter, and like I said before, you can get these sometimes on sale for like 2 for, I think they had these like 2 for $20 maybe, or was it 2 for $30? I don't know, but they had these on sale. Otherwise, if you don't want to get them off Gerard Cosmetics website, most beauty websites in Australia will have these for about $30. These are really nice. Like, these will set your makeup like in place all day. And they also come in really fun scents as well. So like, I've got the jasmine, I think I've got the peach and the grapefruit as well. They all smell so good, and they like leave you smelling nice as well. It's like, you know, if you've forgotten to put on your perfume for the day, like, your setting spray smells good, so you know, you're right. But yeah, I really do love these. But yeah, that's about all that I've got for my drugstore. There is a couple of things missing, like I said before, but you know, I just have to try some more drugstore stuff. I've been so into trying the high-end stuff that I kind of forgot that drugstore was a thing. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.